Hello everybody, welcome back to Uncharted Drake's Fortune Remastered. Picking up right where we left off with that dead dude there, me and Elena are making our way to save Sully, who has been captured and is not dead. I have immediately forgot where I'm supposed to be going. There we go. Oh god. So I'm at, ooh, what's this? Oh, what do I have for? Oh, I got the one shot though. I'll keep that. So you know, it has been a week since I played Uncharted. I mean, oh god, not just like the first one, but I mean like, oh god, that's right. It's no longer the one. Fuck, I forgot about that. So yeah, we are now. I wouldn't quite say halfway through, but we are now at the point where we have the tougher enemies. As you can tell by the amount of bullets they take, and the fact that the Magnum did not one-shot. But that's fine, because that guy there at the laser sight had the Desert Eagle. It is the new one-shot, which actually works on these guys. Oh, fuck. Because for those of you who don't know, Desert Eagle is like, I think it's 50 cal. So it will tear through pretty much anything that it connects with. Very useful gun in here, just like the the revolver anyway, which I think is a... Or did you just survive a or a Desert Eagle shot? Fuck you, buddy. So apparently those guys can. Once again,
Roman and
you know, last time I played this would have been on... No, actually, I think I did the speed run on this one before I even did brutal difficulty. So last time I played this specific one was on brutal difficulty, but the last time I played Uncharted outside of a video, it was on easy for the speed run in number 2. So still playing it with no sound because PlayStation has no way for me to use headphones with it. Oh.
Go ahead.
I want the library secure. Don't let them get to Sullivan.
Yes, sir. They've got the old man working on the east side of the complex.
I don't even know why they brought him along. That son of a bitch can't be trusted.
Oh. Shoulder swap is that one. Oh god, take cover, Nate. Boom. Oh god, you see that flip he did? Fuck you. Oh god, it's so satisfying. It is so nice to be able to just boosh and they're dead. You know, one bullet like it should be.
They're over there.
Oh, you know, then there's these assholes here who fucking... Oh, fuck, I forgot. Okay, so for the guys with the laser sights, I don't know if we've actually come... I think this is the first guys that we've had with laser sights. The laser sights just like wiggle around like that, and then at one point they will train on your head and then you're dead. Like, that's it. I do believe even on easy, as soon as they hit, or as soon as they get trained on your head, you're gone.
There he is. He's over there.
The only, like, as long as you keep dodge, like, if you roll and shit, it will prevent them from doing it. But, otherwise, yeah, you are completely dead. Which makes some of these super fucking annoying, because there'll be guys with, like, the laser sights trained on you, and it's like, if I don't move, they're gonna shoot me in the head with the laser sight ones.
Nate,
but if I
got
do
a bad
move,
feeling about this
then
place.
like the horde of enemies that are standing in front of me
Let's
will
just
kill
find
me.
Sullivan and get the hell out of here.
So a lot of times they will throw like a catch-22 situation at you where, you know, you're fucked if you do, you're fucked if you don't.
Oh,
God.
So yeah, pretty much the only thing you can do is attempt to take out, like, whenever a group of enemies spawns like this. Pretty much the only strategy you can go for is to attempt to take out as many... Oh, fuck. Oh, he's up there. As many people as possible as soon as possible. Which is why I do like keeping the one-shot guns like the Desert Eagle and the West 44, the revolver there. I do prefer to keep those because, like I said, they do one-shot. Like the West 44 apparently doesn't one-shot anymore. But the Desert Eagle still does, and it's pretty much so, like, you use it at the very beginning of a gunfight, and then as soon as, like, I would say probably like the second group of enemies or so spawns, then you want to switch to your auto weapon or like your rifle or whatever else you got. Just purely because, you know, it's kind of like what I just did there, technically like a waste of ammo. Because I used it when there was only like 3 or 4 guys left and they weren't going to be able to surround me from where they were and whatnot. But even so, it's still, you know, whatever. It's still a one-shot weapon. You know, play as I say, not as I play. Because there are a lot of times where, like, I will realize that I'm doing something wrong, but I'm too stubborn to not do it, or it's just too fun to not do it. Like using the Desert Eagle to one-shot everyone. I know I shouldn't use it as much as I do, and, you know, I should save it a little bit at times, but I just can't help myself, because it's just too fun. So this is one of the sections that I can't remember if like it was just like a straight up skip, but I think that there was a speed run strategy to this one, and I don't remember what it was. Oh fuck! I think it was another one where I had to like wiggle through doors or some shit, or like, because when you take cover against certain things, right? Like when you take cover against something in certain areas, if you just do this. Oh, hang on. Get back in cover. If you do that, eventually, like you see how like he moves to the right just a little bit. If you do that in certain areas, he will start to like glitch through the wall, and eventually he will just like get through the wall into the other side of it. Ah, fuck. Last game I played this week, Assassin's Creed. Unfortunately, very similar to this game with very different controls. For example, in Assassin's Creed, when you want to jump backwards off something, you don't hold back and hit, well, X, or A, I guess, because I play that one on the Xbox. You just hit the button and he will automatically jump backwards. This one here, gotta hold back. Otherwise, he just jumps straight up. Same difference. This one here, you have to hit X to climb up on something. In Assassin's Creed, you don't. You just push up on the left stick and you climb through it. But yeah, I want to say that there's something down there maybe, because I remember like being shot or some shit during it. And okay, is there just barrels down there to shoot or something? Yeah. Ah, fuck. I shouldn't have used that for that. Oh well. But yeah, and then like it glitches you through to somewhere. I don't remember. It's a weird glitch. Once again, I used a lot of there's a lot of them in this game, not too many in the second game, in all honesty. There's a few, but they're significantly harder to do.
I'll hold that while you brace the gate open.
Yeah? Well, where the fuck are you, Elena? You are walking... Oh, the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if that was like a screen tear. It looked like a bullet whizzed by me, but... Come on. So, yeah, I still, since the last time I played, still haven't started Uncharted 3. And in all honesty, I don't think I will start it until... Because I do plan on doing number 2 after this one.
Gently.
And I think when I start doing number 2, or like when I finish... That's... Okay, so when I record the last part of this Uncharted, I think I will start playing the next one. Now, that might seem weird to you, but it makes sense in my head, because that way I'll be... Because like I said, this game, not easy, but compared to the second one, it's a fucking cakewalk. Like, the second one of this is just a lot of bullshit enemies that are, like, nearly impossible to deal with on, like, the majority of difficulties. I'm honestly considering playing the second one for the video on easy.
Oh, don't.
Okay, there he is. Oh god, I hope that's... Oh, fuck. I think I also missed him, so there we go.
No.
Ow. So yeah, the sniper rifle also a one-shot, but obviously it's not as good a one-shot as the pistols, just because you... In the second one, I will say, when you use the sniper, it actually... Like, you have to... I don't think you can even do it in this one. Yeah. When you aim, you click right stick and it zooms in. And that's how you use... Oh, fuck me. There's a dude right fucking there. And that's how you use the sniper. Oh, fuck. Come on, dude. Stick your fucking... Oh, my God. I can't. Sorry, Elena. Oh, you're not even there. Oh, my God. This guy. I can't... This is one issue where... you know, I don't have any more bullets, and since this guy's a shotgun guy, he's not going to fucking sit still for any... There we go. For fucking anything. Oh, fuck me. And that was... I only got one sniper round. Now, up here, I do believe is a good place to hold out. But they can obviously come through any of those doorways. Also, I do believe this fight here can be skipped entirely if you just... Ow! Run. Like, if you know where you're going, like, we need to go up those stairs I just jumped off of. And I think you can skip this entire fight if you make it up the stairs. Okay, I'll grab this, because why not? Shotgun guys, fuck you. Oh, really? Oh, grenade launcher, dude. Got you. Come on. Boom. Get fucking blown up, you bitch. Did I get both of the fucking dudes, shotgun guys with it? Let's see. Elena is no longer in cover. Obviously, if you have sound. I think she says something once everybody's dead. Oh, fuck me. But obviously, I don't have any sound right now, so I couldn't tell you. But I will say that... oh, yeah, it's just telling me I need to go
That
there.
must be the library. Over there.
That another way, if like
Walt's
you
right in the front door.
couldn't hear
Let's
her
find another way
or
in.
something,
Scope things
right?
out.
Like you're not sure if it's clear or not. Generally, if they stop being in cover, that usually means that you're clear. Obviously, this time, not quite. I don't know why she was running around in the open when there was still a shotgun guy left. But, you know, whatever. And I've realized that Uncharted has a very weird... I think I might just end up having to take a shotgun because I'm not finding... Like, fuck, everybody here had a shotgun. Oh, there's a grenade launcher. See, now the grenade launcher, I don't like having the one-shot weapon, like the bigger weapons, like the sniper rifle, the grenade launcher, and that. And the grenade launcher technically isn't a one-shot weapon unless you get a direct hit with it, but... I mean, you know, just make sure you hit them. But I generally don't like having those as my big weapon, just because, you know, there's very little ammo for them. But one thing I have noticed with Uncharted is, like, when you're out of ammo or something, like when you first pick up a gun, right? So, like, I picked up the first shotgun there. I had next to no bullets in my assault rifle. I'm not sure if that matters or not. But all that, and, oh, there was a gun in that box. Or somebody died there. And I got 10 bullets. The next shotgun I picked up gave me 3. That one gave me 3. I don't much care for that, considering... It's like, I get it, it's trying to make you go for headshots and whatnot. With a shotgun, not doable. And with assault rifles, you generally don't aim for the head with them.
She worked in this little bar in the Philippines. Oh, man. She had a smile that'd melt your heart. Bro, I swear to God, she'd just as soon kill you as kiss you if she caught you stepping out. Just a wee bit of a thing. She couldn't have been much more than 4'11". They called her the spinner because she...
Will you shut up, old man? You told us that one a dozen times already.
Oh, yeah, right. Of course I did. Memory's not what it used to be.
What the hell's taking you so long anyway?
Well, maybe you hadn't noticed, but most of these books are half rotten. And written in Spanish.
Yeah, well, hurry it up. The boss is waiting on you.
Hey! Up there!
Ah, crap.
Yeah, you guys didn't really hide all that well, did you? Now, this fight on Brutal wasn't too bad because there's only a couple guys up top, but there is obviously that guy with the fucking thing there. And I do believe there's a guy with grenade launcher downstairs as well. So, you know, not the best. Boink. I think that was the grenade launcher guy right there. I think. I'm not 100% on that. Oh, fuck. Okay, so that guy's all the way over there. And damn it. I don't even know if I hit him in the head. Shooting across like that, obviously, you know, the circle isn't, like, entirely in their head. So, you know, it can hit. It's supposed to be able to hit anywhere in the circle, right? And a lot of times, you know, sure. But games like that also tend to have, like, I don't know if you want to... I don't know what to call it. But where it's like, depending on the distance you are, it will not, like, they give you the circle, right? The farther away a target is, the smaller they are. So, you know, like, if you're aiming for their head, the less of, you know, you'll get more body than head in the cursor, whatever, right? And that's how it's supposed to work, and I'm fine with that. That's perfect. But the other thing that they do is over distance, it also seems to not let it do... I don't know if it's like... I don't know how to explain if it's like it doesn't do as much damage or it like refuses to hit them in the head at a certain distance. Just because. It's like the chances of hitting somebody in the head decrease. There we go. Whether or not their head is in the
It's about
cursor.
time you showed up.
Well, you're looking awfully good for a corpse.
So you brought the girl after all, huh?
The girl?
Hey, if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be getting rescued right now.
If this is a rescue.
What the hell does that mean?
You gotta admit, Sully, this all looks a little shady.
Yeah.
I mean, you tipping those guys off?
And miraculously showing up alive?
Now wait a goddamn minute. Roman had a contract out on me. I needed to buy some time. All right, stupid mistake. I didn't realize they'd try and track us.
Sully, we would have been headed home with the treasure by now if you had just for once kept your mouth shut.
And you might have thought of checking for a pulse before running off and leaving me for dead. Look, none of that matters now.
All right, so how is it you're standing here breathing and all, huh?
You are not gonna believe this. Huh?
No way. Old Francis took a bullet for you.
Yeah.
I thought this kind of thing only happened in the movies.
Yeah, well, it still hurt like a son of a bitch, I'll tell you that.
I bet.
Anyway, once they realized I wasn't dead, I convinced Roman that they would never find the treasure without me. So I've been trying to mislead him ever since, waiting for you to show up.
Well, where are they now?
Well, they're chasing a little red herring I sent him on the other side of the monastery to get rid of him. Look, Drake had it all figured out. See, that's the symbol the Spanish used to mark their secret vaults. The treasure is hidden right here in this monastery. Find the symbol,
And we find the vault.
we have everything we need right here. All the clues to take us right to the treasure. We can do this, kid.
All right, you boys aren't gonna get all chummy and leave the girl behind again, are you?
Don't even think about it, Sully. She's got a mean right hook.
I'll keep that in mind. There's more to this room than meets the eye.
So yeah,
Sure.
the fucking notebook that... See, now, the thing is, right, is it made 0 sense to give Sully that notebook, but, you know, if they hadn't, then, you know, they wouldn't have had a reason to explain away his death. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh, there's a fucking backup beeper going. So this here is another puzzle, as you can see.
Something about these statues.
And there we go. So I don't know if you can actually just open up. Okay, so Angel is north, Eagle is east. I don't know. Goat is south, and the other one is west. So let's see. Angel, Eagle, Goat, whatever. Angel, Eagle, Goat, whatever. All right. Because in the second one, you can pull out the notebook whenever. Oh, fucking get down. I don't know. Can you flip through pages in this one? Yeah, see, and this one here you can't. Like, you can't flip through pages or anything. Whereas in the second one...
Okay.
Oh, come on, let me see. Okay, this one needs to turn right around. He actually adds stuff to the book. I think you can do it in 4. Obviously, I don't know about 3. That one's got to be the Eagle, right? And there's stuff, there's like different pictures and everything in it. It's great. Like it, and then the goats over there. And like he adds little notes to them and everything in the second one. And once again, I'm going to assume because he does it in the fourth one as well. I bring up the fourth one because I haven't played it, but I have seen and I've just recently rewatched the Let's Play that it, oh, that's the wrong way. That Achievement Hunter did in it. So you know, I got to see a bunch of it and whatnot. And I will say that based on 4 and the little bit that my friend told me about 3, I saw guns down here when I was jumping around, right? Like that wasn't just me. Like I'm not just going, I might just don't know they're there. Oh, and grenades. And fire! That was weird because she came up and couldn't quite see a torch. I'm going to say that 3 is going to be fucking amazing. Just based on, like, because this one, really good. Love this one. 2, love the story. Oh, yeah, this thing here.
You know, this looks familiar.
Yeah. The torches. What is, they got to, like, flip them upside down or something.
The inverted
right?
torch leads to the land of the dead.
2, the story is fantastic. The way they tell it is a little off. I don't like that, like, the first half of the game is a fucking just flashbacks. I don't much care for that. I feel like they could have just done it and been done with it. Okay, I was going to say that should be it.
Wow. This looks promising. Here, let me see that.
Yeah.
Okay. You two sit tight. I'm gonna check things out.
Whoa, wait, no. You're not going out there alone.
Yeah, Roman's men are swarming all over this place.
Yeah, and one person will make a lot less noise than 3. Come on, I'll be fine. And you guys will be safe here. They don't even know about this room.
Okay, take this with you. Leave it on channel 13. They don't use that one. And keep us posted.
All right, you got it. Close this thing back up.
Yeah.
Nate? Be careful.
Come on. I always am. Ah! I did not see that! Ah!
Now, what he
Okay,
said makes
Land
sense.
of the dead.
That
Here we go.
they don't even know about that room. I don't know how they're supposed to close the door behind them though. Where? Oh, right. We are now getting into a part that makes little to no sense. So, like, you saw what we just went through to get down here, right? And while there is like light shafts and whatnot, oh, he did not grab the ledge like I thought he would. Every once in a while that happens. By the way, I don't know. Maybe it's the second. Maybe he doesn't do that in this one. Maybe once again, I'm attempting to play it by the rules of the second game, where if you walk off a ledge, he will just automatically turn around and grab it. I really hope that the controls in that between 2 and 3 aren't all as different as between 1 and 2. Oh, they cut it. Nope. Okay, he's
I see him.
off. There we go. Okay, now that may have sounded like maybe like my audio was out of sync there for a second or something because I said, oh fuck, before I shot. No. For some reason, I fucking knew that I was going to miss that shot, and I have no idea why. Like, I felt my finger going down, and I automatically knew that I was going to miss for some reason. I don't know why I managed to predict that, but whatever. But yeah, because like the very slight differences between 1 and 2 here are throwing me off a little bit. I would imagine that the controls between 2 and 3 probably won't be all that different. Or at least I can always hope. I mean, once again, based off number 4, they shouldn't be too different. Because number 4 obviously has a lot more to the stealth mechanics. It has a grappling hook and everything. See, now this place makes sense that they're here. I guess it kind of makes sense then that they were downstairs. I guess that makes a little bit more sense. There are some areas, though, that, see, now that should have been a headshot. And the M4, by the way, is severely more accurate than the, oh. Damn it. Oh, God. So cover in this game mixed in with the shit that grenades do. And I mean shit by the fact that grenades do little to no damage. Means that as long as there's cover between you and the grenade, you're safe, no matter what kind of cover it is. Now, granted, these do look... Well, no, they look wood. They're definitely wood. I do kind of hate that those fuckers with the Desert Eagles are immune to a Desert Eagle. Like, I guess it's like they can't, you know, you can't kill someone with their own weapon, right? Well, I mean, obviously, realistically, with humans, you can definitely take someone's weapon and kill them. But I meant, like, video game enemies generally will have immunities to whatever it is they're using, right? Generally not gun-wise, just because, like, obviously, there's lots of guns, and there's different ones. But you're kind of stuck using whatever the fuck you have, right? Like, whatever shows up. And in a game like this, the enemies are kind of bullet spongy. And you don't get very much ammo. Like, when I picked up the rifle there, I got, you know, I got 16 bullets for it. Which might be enough to kill a dude, but just barely. There's also... Oh. So I think we end up back in here at some point. This is, I do believe, the like the building that we walked into to get to the library where Sully was. I think this building is on the opposite end of that courtyard, because we do end up going back there. Oh, got him. And I want to say we end up coming... Is it this place? Oh, there's right. There should be two of these around here. Yeah, it's definitely this place. So we do end up coming back through this area. Come on, there should be another... Oh, where was that guy when I killed him? Is that you? Yeah, it is. Oh, there we go. But yeah, and now there's
something
as far as
about
I know, no
this.
way to skip that fight. But there is a way to skip the next fight in here. And I will talk about that once we get there. So this one here, I mean, we can check the book. I may as well look at two bells resound in perfect harmony. And then now there is a bunch of writing on the right there. And if you take the time to read it, I imagine that there's story. I never did because I suck at reading handwriting. Thankfully, they do make the important bits a lot bigger, therefore easier to read. And it makes kind of sense that, you know, well, I mean, it does. Not kind of sense. It does make sense that
we can do this, kid.
Francis
How the
there
hell does
would
he
have
think he's
written
gonna
like
get
that
that
because of
statue
back
out
in
of
the
here
day. You know,
anyway?
that's how they all wrote. And now everybody is getting pissy because they no longer teach that in school. I don't know about everywhere, but Canada, they no longer teach it in school. It's no longer part of the curriculum to teach handwriting. I don't know. I always thought it was very weird to be pissy about that. Because, like, I learned it in school. I don't think I've ever used it in real life besides, like, the only reason to teach that in school would be to be able to read it. Like, you're never going to use it in real life. Like, the only time I actually, like, handwrite anything is when I sign my signature. Other than that, I never use handwriting, and the only reason that I'm even slightly glad that I learned how to handwrite is because it helps me read. Well, like, in video games, a lot of times, you know, they'll bring up, like, Francis's journal there. It's from way back when, so it's all in, you know, the fancy script, the handwriting. I don't think it matters which way you go here. So, you know, I could sit there and read it. Like, most of the letters aren't too bad, but there are obviously some letters where if you don't know what they mean, like if you don't know that's a letter, you would never
This is completely unacceptable.
get it.
What do you expect from me, Roman? My men are getting massacred.
I find it hard to believe that one man could wipe out your entire crew.
Ugh, it's not just Drake, god damn it! I'm telling you, this island is cursed.
Enough. Take your sorry mob and go.
Wait, You can't cut me loose. You owe me a share of the gold!
Your share, Eddie, was contingent upon you doing what I required. You assured me that Drake was captured and the island secure.
Oh, this is bullshit, Roman, and you know it!
We are done here, Mr. Roger.
Dai camo! Mattia Giallo! Cielan!
Remind me again why you employed that superstitious idiot?
You wanted someone cheap.
Well, you get what you pay for, I suppose. And what about you, Navarro? Are you worth what I'm paying you?
The vault's here. I'm sure of it. If Sullivan can be trusted...
Which he can't.
Look, he knows we'll kill him if he's lying.
Don't be stupid. He knows we'll kill him once we find the treasure. He has no incentive to tell the truth. Really, Navarro, sometimes I think you left your brains back in that slum where I found you.
I just need a little more time.
Chasing this treasure of yours is proving to be more trouble than it's probably worth.
I assure you, El Dorado is worth more than you can possibly imagine.
It had better be.
So, playing through this game the first time, right? I played it, obviously, you know, more or less like this, right? Except I was on hard, so it took a little bit longer. But, you know, I sat there, I watched all the cutscenes, so, you know, well, and they have subtitles on now. So, obviously, that helps me keep track of where we are. But after playing it the first time, right, and looking through the trophies, because, you know, it was the first Uncharted game I played. I had perfected Tomb Raider. I figured I could probably perfect Uncharted, since it's heavily based on it. Is there enemies here? I don't remember. Oh, Chapter 15, On the Trail of the Treasure. I don't remember if there's enemies here or not. I think that there might be like one or two guys, but I'm not sure. But, you know, I looked at the trophies, it's like, beat it on the difficulties. It's like, I don't know if I can do that. You know, because when I first started, right, I started it on hard because I'm like, I'm going to play it on hard because if hard is too bullshit, I know that there's 2 difficulties above it that have achievements tied to them. So if I can't do it on hard, I'm just not going to bother to go for the trophies. Like, I'm not going to bother to go for the perfection. I wouldn't play on the higher difficulties. I wouldn't bother with the speed run. I might have done like the individual level speed runs, but like I wouldn't have done the overall one. But, you know, I beat it on hard. It wasn't too bad. So I'm like, all right. So I figured out how to do like the tweak thing there where I can use the tweaks on higher difficulties. Did that, whatnot. And then I looked at the speed run, right? And at that point, before I even started to attempt it, I had already played through on hard and crushing. Oh, well, okay. Don't know what that was about. Okay, there we go. Can you climb down? There we go. So I'm like, all right, I've already beat it on 2 difficulties that are, you know, higher difficulties, you know, hard, crushing. Oh. So I got to go for the perfection, right? At that point. It's like, if I can beat it on crushing, you know, I'll go for the perfection. Ow, fuck. So I looked at the speedrun run, and it was speedrun 1.
Okay.
And it was like, I think this one here is like 3.5 hours or something. And I didn't think it was possible. When I first looked at it, I'm like, how do you possibly do this game? That's what started me looking up speedrun strategies and that. But when I first looked at them, I'm like, oh god, these look. Because I don't, like this game here, I will say, is probably the first one that I've used stuff like that, like glitching through walls, airwalking, shit like that. I've never fucking used that before this game.
All right, give us a call.
So I didn't even bother. I'm like, all right, well, let's just see how long it takes. But I didn't think it was possible because it took me a long time, like a significant amount of time to beat it the first time on hard. And not just because, you know, the higher difficulty and whatnot, you know, enemies took more bullets, sure. But even so, you know, I just didn't feel like there was enough, like, I did, because I knew you could play on easy, and I just didn't think that even on easy, if the enemies died faster and whatnot, you know, that there was enough to do it. Then as I played it, it became more and more clear that the majority of time that I spent in this game on my first playthrough was in the fucking cutscenes. Like,
Got you surrounded.
I'm supposed to keep moving. There we go. And now playing it again for this, like, cause, you know, I try and keep quiet during the cutscenes because, you know, it's important to get the story out. And like in a game like this, especially, you know, there's a lot of story to be had, and I don't want to deprive you of it. Like, I've watched way too many Let's Plays, and I don't want to be, well, like, obviously in this game,
That's
and
gotta
most
be
of the ones
it.
I played, they're ones I've played before. I don't do a whole lot of blind playthroughs. What is this?
Aha.
Oh, it's just showing me that the symbol. All right. But yeah, I don't do a lot of blind playthroughs. So, you know, I already knew the story in that. So, but like, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays where they talk over cutscenes and that, which, you know, would be fine, or they just skip them entirely, which would be fine, except that later in the Let's Play, something happens that's perfectly reasonable based on the cutscene that they didn't pay attention to. And then they try to guess why it happened. Oh, fuck. I don't think that's what I was supposed to do there. I think I've done that, like, every time that I fucking come to that. I guess you could call it puzzle. But yeah, and then... and it's not that they're trying to guess at what happens. Like, I've watched, Generation Hollow. I watched all of his Dark Souls playthroughs and Bloodborne playthrough and whatnot. And, you know, if you've ever played Dark Souls or Bloodborne, you know that they don't give you the story. You have to read items, you have to try and figure out based on the environment and everything, whatever, right? Never really cared all that much for the story of Dark Souls, just because they don't give it to me, therefore I don't care. I'm not going to sit there, like, I'll read through some of the items and whatnot as I play the game, but overall, right, just, if you're not going to tell me what's what, fuck you, I'm done. So, you know, I would listen to him guess and whatnot about what was happening, and then every once in a while, you know, he would find an item or something would happen and be like, oh, well, I was wrong about that, which is fine. But in games like this, if you're guessing at the story, it just means you weren't paying attention. So, like, it annoys the fuck out of me when like a YouTuber or someone will play through a game like this, ignore the cutscenes, and then start guessing at stuff that was very clearly explained to it. Because there isn't a whole lot of guesswork in this one, in most games, nowadays anyway. I guess not really. Like, there was very little guesswork in most games. Like, it's like, well, let's go back to, like, close to the beginning, right? It's like Pong, you're playing Pong. Mario, you're fucking saving the princess. And granted, when you go back far enough, a lot of the time you would get, like, a little booklet with your game. And it would have, like, the introduction in it. Like, instead of having cutscenes in that, like, for example, Mario, it never had cutscenes that I can remember. I never, like, they do now. But, like, the original Marios never had cutscenes. It was just, like, a little blurb in the book. And it's like, this is what's happening, go do it. And then every once in a while, there'd be, like, the tiniest little, like, in writing on the screen.
You gotta be kidding. Hey, Sully.
I'm here.
Remember Roman and Navarro? That red herring you sent them on to get them out of the way?
Yeah?
Well, they're sitting right on top of the treasure vault.
Oh, all the goddamn luck.
Look, I'm gonna need a diversion to get them out of there.
You got it, kid. One diversion. Coming right up.
And Sully,
Yeah.
once they're gone, meet me in the mausoleum. But come through the catacombs. It's safer that way.
Gotcha.
Now I've just gotta get past all these goons without getting noticed.
But yeah, so, like, a YouTuber in that, fuck, I'm trying to think of a good example of that. But anyway, yeah, I fucking hate it when that happens, and, I enjoy the stories of games. Like, that's why I play a game, is for the story.
has escaped. Spread out. Find him.
That's the main okay. That's the main reason I play a game. That's what I look for in a game more than anything is the story. Fuck you. Oh, right, I forgot that I had the Desert Eagle out. I went for the headshot. I headshotted that guy. with it. Oh, fuck. Okay, get that out. See, now, the guys with the... Oh, fuck, I don't even know if I shot him. Like, the guys with the laser sights, I enjoy fighting them, I will say, probably a lot more than the standard soldiers, because when you're fighting them, at least, right, you know where you are, like where you're standing, whether or not it's safe, like, because you will see the red light and you will know whether or not you are safe from them. Oh, I saw that, you prick. But yeah, yeah, I can't think of a good example of fucking... I mean, watch any Achievement Hunter playthrough. Like, watch a Let's Watch of theirs, because they do things called Let's Watches, which is one person plays and... Oh, fuck me. And everybody else, then they usually have like 2 or 3 guys sitting behind them, just, you know, to chat it up, right? And, which is fine, I love those. But watch most of those, and you will see, like, very clear story, like, show up, because they usually have the, subtitles on. At least they try and put them on as fast as they can. And, yeah, like, you'll see very clear story, and then them start guessing and completely confused about something that was, like, explained, like, 2 seconds beforehand. And it's stuff like that. Oh, fuck. Who the fuck even... Wow. Okay, there. But yeah, and it's so fucking annoying to me. Which is why I like to stay quiet during cutscenes and whatnot. Like when I played Outlast 1 and 2, which was more or less blind. I mean, 2 was blind for like half the game, at least. I had never seen. 1, it wasn't really blind, but I mean, it had been so long since I had watched the... oh yeah, it's a grenade launcher. Wasn't there 2 guys? Or maybe that one guy with the Magna, or with the Desert Eagle just moved over. But yeah, so like when I started to do these videos, I'm like, I'm gonna be quiet during the cutscenes as much as possible, with some exceptions for ones that will fuck me on copyright, because I want to enjoy the story. I'm not gonna talk like I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna overreact to shit, because I can't stand watching most horror games on YouTube.
I knew you could do it, kid. So what's next?
I don't know. I'm figuring it out as I go. This is definitely the right place, though.
Because all it is
Wait a
people
second.
overreacting.
It's something to do with these symbols.
Like, just so bad. Okay, so this one here, as you see, we just got pictures. So we just have to align all the pictures on the tombs with the pictures on here. So like this shell is upside down in the picture. Therefore, turn it upside down. There we go.
Oh, man. Roman and Navarro
The
really
snake
tore this place
was
up.
facing left, so there we go. It's also another reason why when I started this, I'm like, I'm not going to bother to do face cam, because I refuse to overreact to stuff. And as soon as like a face cam goes up, people think that they need to interact with it. Like 2 things happen with face cams on YouTube, right? One is there's no point to it because the person is just ignoring the face cam, pretending it's not there. So there's no point because they're never going to do anything. And
looks like we're in business.
Yeah.
Heads up.
What do you make of it?
I don't know. Could be a dead end.
Wait. It looks like there might be a passage this way. Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
What the hell's that?
Sully, get out of there.
Huh?
It's a trap! Sullivan, are you okay? Sully!
Yeah, fine. Still in one piece. You knocked me on my ass, though.
Yeah, well, you better get back to the library. We're gonna have to find another way out of here. Well, there's
it's
no
more
way but
alone
forward.
time with Elena.
Yeah.
Chapter 16, the treasure vault. But yeah, or they know, or they very much pay attention to it, and it's
What
just
is
overreact
this
to everything.
A really elaborate
like
way to hide the
absolutely
damn treasure.
everything. Like they'll like flip out and like knock the headphones off their head, or like pretend
Which
to
way
fall
do
out of
we
their chair
go?
and whatnot. So this one here,
Wait a
it's
second.
just a big room, and it has like a bunch of numbers on the floor. So if we look at this,
There are Roman
you know,
numerals
the
on
map
Colonel
has
Drake's
2,
map.
5, and 7
This has
on
got
it.
to
So
mean something.
we just have to follow any path that has 2, 5, or 7 on the little pad
I'll
on the
stay
floor
here
there.
and keep a lookout.
2,
while
5,
you
yeah.
figure out how we're gonna get across.
And it annoys the fuck out of me. So I'm like, I'm not gonna do. 1's 4. So I was like, I'm not gonna do fucking face cam. I'm going to play what I want to play. I can't afford new games, so obviously I'm just gonna play what I have.
This has got to be good for something.
I got a tap for this one, I think. This one took me a while to figure out because for some reason, like the first time I went through this, I wasn't tapping fast enough apparently, and it just wasn't doing anything. So I just assumed it wasn't working. I had to do something else to do it. But yeah, so that's why I do stuff the way I do. Like I don't edit out insane amounts. Like my Let's Plays are all an hour long because you know what? If I made them 20 minutes, half hour, I'm gonna get nowhere. Like Slayaway Camp, I think I did hour. Yeah, I did hour, but I mean, I think I did 13 parts in that. I mean, releasing one video a day, that would have taken me 26 weeks. That would have taken me like months to finish that one game. Oh yeah, they also have these now, which will knock you off. And these are very bullshit because they won't like knock you off and make you climb up. If you miss time, oh fuck. If you mistime it, it like goes to like a little mini cutscene that just shows it killing you. But yeah, like I don't like that's why I only have like a few I've only subscribed to a few things on YouTube because the majority of the time when I've tried to watch somebody, they just overact to such a degree that I cannot stand it. Like I don't know, I think my subscriptions are private, but I'm not sure. But even if they aren't, like I subscribe to Achievement Hunter, I talk about them a bunch. Generation Hollow, I only watch his
Damn, nothing.
From Software games that he plays, like Bloodborne and Dark Souls and whatnot. Rage Gaming, I don't watch a lot of his videos because like I watch his Binding of Isaac videos because I find them enjoyable and I don't really care for playing that game. Because you're bad at it. Exactly. I'm not very good at Binding of Isaac. I've seen, like, I know that technically every run in Binding of Isaac is doable if you have the skill for it. I don't. I know I don't. So I watch him play it. Like, I've made it to the boss. I don't think yeah, see, like that, I don't even think I touched it there, but it's still just fucking, I think I nicked it, like, with my shoulder. But yeah, like, that's more or less what I watch from him. Outside Xbox, PlayStation Access, I don't generally watch, I watch Outside Xbox play Hitman, but I don't think I've ever actually watched PlayStation Access play a game. I just watch, like, their, 8 times games made you go, what?
Whoa. Nate!
No.
It's all right. I'm okay.
And shit like that. But like I have most of like the big name YouTubers I can't stand watching. Like Markiplier, I have I've subscribed to him, but I have very few games of his that I actually watch. Like I'll watch him play through a game that I'm interested in, but there's even been some where like I've started it and I've lost interest in the game, so I've just stopped playing it. Like I ignore the majority of what Markiplier says and does because I do believe he overacts. Like PewDiePie hasn't done like fucking, I can't stand him, and he's more or less stopped doing gaming videos. Like Jacksepticeye overacts so fucking bad. Like it literally, like I try watching videos of him in it, or of his, and no offense to the guy, I'm sure he's a great guy, but like literally the first like minute of his video makes me want to shut it off. Because he just like starts spazzing out immediately. And I'm like, I'm here to watch, or because I'm interested in the game you're playing, I want to know about the game. I don't like, I like stories of shit that's happened, but like don't overreact to everything. It just pisses me off. So that's what I planned on doing. It's like, I'm going to make my YouTube channel something that I would want to watch. And that's what I've been doing. I mean, I don't know exactly how to get, like, my name out there for like-minded people. Because just like everything, you know, if you think something, odds are you're not the only person who thinks that.
Hey,
Like, almost guaranteed. There's enough people in the world that there's going to be somebody that agrees with you. Like, they probably won't agree with you on everything. But there will be people who agree with you on at least parts of your thought process and whatnot. So this fight here is one that on brutal difficulty, fucking horrible, and no way to skip. I like when looking up like the skips and whatnot for this game, the only skips I could find were to get to this fight.
Oh god.
And by that I mean like to skip all that stuff I just did. Like all the puzzle stuff that I just did. Like that's what the skip was for. And I never used any skips in the speed run, by the way. Not a one. I don't think I even used any in the speed run for number 2, which probably I could have, but once again I didn't. There wasn't very many skips I managed to do in the brutal difficulty playthrough that I did of that. And the ones I did, it took me like a few tries to get them. So they weren't really ones that I wanted to just be attempting over and over. Okay, there was a dickhead here, because that's out. But this, since we're back down to the pirates instead of the soldiers. Come on, and boink. Fuck. So the pirates apparently got some better armor, because that used to one-shot them. So apparently the pirates... Oh, she's standing up out of cover, so... Oh, but this fight here has, like, stages to it. Yeah. Okay, so I'll reload this while I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. But yeah, like, another thing that I didn't plan on doing, and I still don't, is, like, a lot of YouTubers, like, a game will come out, right? And all of a sudden, that's the only thing that's fucking on YouTube. Like, that's what everybody's fucking playing. A good example of that is currently PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Now, is it a good game? I mean, it looks like a decent game. It's not something that I would ever want to play because it's strictly PvP. But, you know, it looks like an alright game. But I find it boring as fuck to watch.
I think there's some kind of ladder mechanism up there.
But, like, everybody is fucking doing it. Like, my entire subscription feed, I think, except for maybe Markiplier in it, I think is, like, the only one that I haven't seen a video of PlayerUnknown's for. And by all means, it might just be that I missed his video in it. Like, because I don't check my YouTube as often as I probably should. Now, if you had a... Ow, fuck off. Forgot about that, dickhead. Guy with the thing right there. Goodbye. But yeah, like... And that was one thing that I promised myself I wouldn't do. I wouldn't just follow the horde and play the same game as everybody else. Like, I realized that there's probably quite a few Let's Plays of all the games I did. Because, you know, at one point they were new. But you know what? Most of the time people will play a game when it's new. And then the few that finish it, they will have finished it like... Oh, finish him. Thank you. Oh, God. Who are you shooting at? Okay. Got him. And then that's it. Like, they'll play it, they might beat it right away. Whereas now I'm playing them, you know, long after they've come out. So, like, for example, Watch Dogs, right? I get the DLC with it, right?
Somewhere.
Like, I saw one or two well, I can never watch them, but, like, I saw that people had done one or two Let's Plays in Watch Dogs. I don't think I ever saw anybody do a Let's Play in the... I don't remember what it's called, but the T-Bone DLC for it anyway. I've never seen anybody do a Let's Play that. Most games, when the DLC comes out for them, you know, people are done with the game. It's no longer a new game, so they don't want to do it. Whereas like I said, I'm going to play them. If I'm going to play a game, I'm going to play it. Like, I played Outlast 2 when it was relatively new.
Let's try this way.
I mean, there's no DLC out for it yet, but it's also a game that I don't plan on getting any more achievements in. But I still haven't deleted it off my Xbox, because I have a feeling that they're going to have DLC for it. Therefore, I'm going to play the DLC when it comes out. No matter how far in the future that DLC comes out, I will play it.
There's nothing here.
This is getting so old.
Nate?
It's Drake. He never found it. He just died here. So much for greatness. Wasted his life. For nothing.
Nate, are you ready to get moving?
Yeah. More than ever.
There's gotta be a way out of
All
here.
right, so we're going to end it here. Beginning in Chapter 17, The Heart of the Vault. I think we're going to have a very action-packed... I think I want to
come in handy.
actually. I think we're going to have a very action-packed intro next time. I mean, just a guess. Who knows? Man, I wish I had different... Man, I wish I had more bullets. Anyway, so yeah, that will be it for this part. Let's see, I guess it doesn't matter. It's a round room. Thanks for listening to my rant on YouTubers. Thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.